I'm Thunder Walker with the Thunder Walker Experience. I'm so excited to have the Clawback conversation today right here in Oklahoma City. And guess who I have with me? Troy Mock. And he is the creator of the legendary pothead from the crazy world of Roach and Bud. Yes. And let's not forget the legendary pothead. I'm so excited to have you here, right here in my home state. Yes, yes, yes. But you know, I came from Texas. I was born in Texas, and I love that state too. So, you know, when I found out that you were from Texas, and then we had some of the same streets we walked down together because you're from the Cliff, from Pleasant Grove. I'm from Carter High School. What school you went to?
I went to Samuel.
He went to Samuel,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
and
yeah.
hey, there was a little bit of fighting and stuff back in the day. Football, basketball, track.
A little bit is an understatement, but yeah.
And so to find each other in this world of the ecosystem of cannabis is huge because you just never know who you're going to run into, literally. Even though we didn't meet back in the day, I think I'm much older than you, but just knowing that we're from that same hood and we have a love for this plant and everything that it can do for you. True. Thank you for coming to Oklahoma.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Yes, and sitting down for the Clawback conversation. The reason why I asked you to come for the Clawback conversation is because I think you have an amazing story. Really, I do. And that's what it's all about. It's being able to realize what your gift is and then claw your way to it. Because sometimes it takes that. You got life, you got kids, you got to support everything, but yet and still you have a dream. And so when I saw your talent and skill, I was like, I got to have him on the show. So how did you start out doing animation? I want to know from beginning to end. Tell us everything. You know, I need to know, are these characters part of some people that you did not like back in the day?
Nah, that's funny. So, well, to start it off, when I was young, I say I was about 4 or 5. You know, when you in school and they ask you what you want to be when you grow up, and I'm in class, and the teacher's like, "Hey, what do you want to be when you grow up?" They going down the line. I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a doctor, a lawyer, all this. And I looked up at her and I said, "Hey, I want to be a cartoonist." And and she kind of was like, "That's interesting." And when after hearing that, she spoke to my mom, and she just thought it was real weird that I was to say something like that with that type of response. Not weird in a bad way, but she just thought it was unique. And so my mom went and she got this. It was not an art institute, but it was an art school. And they'll send you this packet, and you draw whatever they tell you to draw, and put together whatever they ask you to put together on the paper. And I did it, and we sent it back in. They said it was really great, but I was too young to go in there. Yeah, so I was too young to get accepted. It broke my heart, and I just kind of stopped, really drawing and doing art. And I started doing other things and, playing football, working out, kind of stuff as I got older and grew up. But then I turned around, and I ended up falling back in love with, just cartoons and anime. And I was like, I just had an idea one day to like, let me see if I can come up with something crazy. I want to come up with a cartoon. And I said, I want to have a cartoon that's about cannabis. And then I was sitting there, and I was a little lifted at the time.
Lifted?
I was a little lifted, just a little bit, just a wee bit, just a wee bit.
Yeah. Just a tad bit.
Just a tad bit.
Let me ask you, what were you lifted with? Come on, you got to share with that, because everybody has their own way of indulging. So tell me, if you remember, what was it? What makes you be creative? Was it an indica, a sativa? Was it,
was so that I think that specific night I had some. It was either, I can't remember which one, but it was either Golden Goat. It was either Golden Goat, or it was some Granddaddy. It was some Granddaddy Perp. I really think it was Granddaddy Perp.
Not Granddaddy. Not
I think it was Granddaddy Perp.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And that made you be very creative.
Yeah. So
because people need to hear that.
Yeah. So I'm a pretty creative person, with or without it, but it did kind of stop everything else that I was thinking about, and it just allowed me to really just hone in and focus on that. And so, I was just kind of just daydreaming, night dreaming, that's all I thought about. And I went to sleep, woke up the next day, and I look at my phone, and there's a picture of a roach laying in the windowsill, holding a joint.
Ah,
And so I was like, man.
and there you have it.
Hey, that's what it was. And then we went from there.
Roach laying in a windowsill, holding a joint.
I can't make it up. I can't make it up. I can, but I'm not.
Okay. So you have this drawing, and you wake up the next day, and then how did it just spiral into what it is right now? Because you got several characters.
Yes. So a lot of it was just me just knowing that I wanted to have a plethora of characters. I wanted a bunch of different characters because my world consists of a bunch of different people from a bunch of different backgrounds, a bunch of different places, representing whatever they represent. It wasn't just black, it wasn't just white, it wasn't. So I wanted to have a mixture.
I like that.
And then I wanted to blend in my experiences from watching cartoons when I was younger with what I wanted to put out. So I was like, what kind of character can I have to represent this type of people or this person? So you'll find in the series that some people don't smoke. Some people do smoke. Some people, they're against it and they want to smoke, but they don't know how. And everybody is dealing with some type of ailment in there. So like Bud, he deals with I believe it was anxiety, schizophrenia, something like that. And then Roach, believe it or not, he's like borderline diabetic, sugars and all that stuff like that. So
that makes sense. That makes sense for Roach to be a diabetic.
Yeah,
oh my God, I like that.
Yeah, and so it was just when it comes to the characters, it's just really it's a little bit of me in certain characters. It's a little bit of people that I know, just different personalities and stuff. And I try to implement my style of comedy because I grew up really loving comedy and just making people laugh. To me, laughter is really one of the things that breaks down the barriers between people, and I just, it just helps everything, all situations.
See, I like that. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to invite you to Oklahoma, because even though cannabis is legal here, it is a medical state. And so for your characters to have all these different elements that is pushing them to try to use cannabis to get relief or to be more active in life and live a better life, it shows the wellness aspect.
Yes.
And, when people think about cannabis, even if it's in an adult use state, they don't really realize that it is still serving a purpose, right?
True.
Based off of our system. And so, I'm excited about that. Diabetes, anxiety, each character has something, and they relate back to people in your life. I knew it. I knew it. See,
and it's not even everybody in my life. It's just like as I continue to live and grow and meet different people, I'm like, oh, I really like their personality. So let me see if I can kind of imitate that and implement it, and put it in there. But it's mostly all good. It's never really nobody that's I'm trying to make fun of or nothing like that. But yeah, it's dope. I like it.
But even if you were making fun, here on the Clawback Conversation, we with you. We right there with you. Because sometimes you got to just call people out for who they are so they can make some changes.
True.
They might want to make some changes, okay? Or you might show up in a series. I'm just letting you know.
Hey, you know what? hey, I ain't opposed to it now.
So as you start to build out all of these different characters, what is the one thing that you would say that you're trying to get a message out? I noticed that you call it a cartoon, and that's when we grew up. It was all called cartoons.
Yes.
Now, a lot of people in the adult arena are calling them animes and things like that. What are you trying to bring out for the audience to understand? What's the whole purpose of creating this amazing show?
Honestly, when I first started it, I really just wanted to do a cartoon, right? And I wanted to do a cartoon about cannabis. And it wasn't really for any specific reason at the time, but I didn't realize that I was ahead of a wave that was coming, right? And so...
Say that again. Say that again, because people need to understand, sometimes you get that buzz, you get that gift, you get that inspiration, and it's even before everybody's ready.
Yeah. way before, because I didn't even really know what I was doing with it. I just knew that the universe blessed me with that thought, and I just wanted to reach in and utilize it. You know, it was a tool that the universe put in my tool belt, and I wanted to utilize it. And because if you don't, then it'll pass on to go to somebody else.
So I love that. If you don't use the gift,
yeah.
It's a principle.
Yeah.
If you don't use the gift, the universe will give it to somebody else.
Big facts.
And then you looking through, scrolling, and you see your big ideal that somebody else has and there's no need to hate.
Yeah.
You slept on it.
Yeah, you slept on it. So
I like that.
Yeah.
But some risk is involved, right? Some risk is involved. You decided, okay, I'm going to take part of my life. And anytime you take part of your life, anytime you start your dream, it also takes funding. So you took part of your life, part of your time that you don't get back, and then it also takes funding. So at that moment, where are you at in this creation? I mean, do you still do other things on the side, or is this your main focus?
Yeah, so it's my main focus, and I still do other things on the side, because with the way the world is now, you gotta continue doing other things. You got to continue doing stuff, especially because I'm from Texas, but I work in Texas a lot, because Texas is not a legal state. So, I just kind of find my way and just work my way up. But I feel like it made me stronger, though, because being there where it's really frowned upon, you got to work harder to be able to be seen, be heard, and to be able to, like, make your stuff prosper. But
baby, you keep giving them out. I'm just saying. I want people to understand. So because the universe is, whether it's God, universe, whatever you believe.
Yes.
When you are planted and you're giving a gift and you're giving an idea, your gift was your ability to draw. Your gift was your ability to express yourself.
Yes.
But you're planted in a state when it's not even legal. So therefore, you have the legacy market, which is what I call it, and then you also have the rest of the United States and abroad that is slowly moving in to, legalization.
Yes.
But it's been 88 years. That
And
was
they
way
still
before we were even born.
Before I was even thought about it.
Okay. My mama and daddy didn't even know each other 88 years ago.
That's crazy.
And so here we are working in cannabis, and you're planted in a place where it's not even legal. So that when you walk down the street and you see something growing up out of the concrete, you got to remember Troy is that someone. And so am I, because being planted in Oklahoma is quite different than being planted in California or Colorado or those places where cannabis is just, it's a daily thing, right? And so being from Texas and still understanding the prohibition and all of that, how have you maneuvered your dream to be expressed and pushed out there? Because, Texas still have THCA.
Yeah, they do.
They got Delta.
They came a long way, though.
Yeah, they came a long way.
So, and they still fighting. It's weird because I pretty much utilized what my skills that I had, and that was like doing marketing, doing promotions and stuff like that. And I was like, hey, when I start off with my business, which I just started out with like posters and stickers and stuff like that, I was like, I'm just gonna try to guerrilla market this. Let me guerrilla market and just pump it out and just have my stickers everywhere and posters everywhere and just pop up and just, because that's all I had. And what I noticed, I was like, okay, well, it's not really a big scene out here for like cannabis cartoons. So how do I maneuver and what I do? So I ended up tapping in with DFW Normal. Somebody was like, hey man, they have these normal chapters, and they meet every week or whatever. And so I ended up going there, and from there I ended up getting involved into I started seeing the side of the politics and the business behind everything. And I was like, oh, so y'all really get down for real. So this is like y'all out here, but y'all in the shadows though. And it really intrigued me. Cause they're not really out there, but you see this community, and at the time they was like together, coming together, sticking together, working together,
That's
trying to fight and trying to build.
Yeah.
And I'm just there, just learning, picking up stuff, and I'm just like, hey, I'm here promoting my cartoon. They're like, hey, this is so dope. I ain't never seen nothing like this, and this is cool. And they was just really bigging me up, and it just boosted my spirits to the point where I was like, you know what? Let me do a little more with this. Let me try to see if I can help people. Let me see if I can work my way to getting people to understand that this is really healthy. This is really good for you. It can benefit you. Mm-hmm. And as I started seeing people going through their daily lives and going through the things that they were going through, dealing with depression, dealing with whatever, anxiety, their children dealing with sickle cell, or if they had they just have seizures or something like that. And I see these people, oh, you drop tincture, you can have these tinctures under your tongue a little bit, and it help them out. I'm like, why not? If it's natural, then, you know, let me use my gift and my ability to help my platform, to give people a voice so we can talk about it and stand. And like I said, the best way that I know to get people to let their guard down is, hey, make them laugh. You know, put a little comedy in it.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when you mix medicine with laughter,
Yes.
that's what it's supposed to be about
Yes.
anyway.
Yes.
And they've already proven that laughter brings on healing and everything else. And so I'm from Texas, and my daughter is part of the CUPS program because she has autism. So we went through that whole situation of fighting to get her cannabis and actually expanding on it. It means so much to me to have people like you come with things that educates individuals and remove the stigma.
Yes.
I think it's important for parents to understand that cannabis is something not to be afraid of. I really hope we get to the point that it's almost like wine or beer. You know, alcohol, you have it in your house, but you actually don't have access for children to have access to it.
Right.
But it's there, and it's not something that you have to hide.
True.
Because, you know, I've seen so many people go through and weaponize it if they're going through a divorce or something like that. But if you have the medical card in the state of Oklahoma, which I love, you cannot use it as a weapon for someone that is giving birth and uses cannabis, or someone that's going through a divorce or a child custody issue. You can't,
nice.
you know.
That's
so
dope. That's dope.
love that.
That's dope.
But
man,
it takes these types of things. It takes music. It takes
yes.
Animation. It takes all of these things to make us laugh. Keep in mind, I want to go to Charlie Brown.
Okay.
I want to go to Charlie
Brown.
Let's
take it there then.
Okay.
Take it there.
I grew up, and when I grew up, I was born in '69. I was able to witness the first black baby alive. I was able to witness the first black, all these different things for children. Because, you know, as a child, you look for it, right? You look for it. And I think it's interesting that seeing a person that's a creator like you, and a person that draws and that it creates these different characters, that you include everybody.
Yes.
Because I think it's important. You know, we're just now getting dolls that show maybe they're in a wheelchair, or maybe they have freckles, or just wear glasses, or maybe they're missing a limb. Being able to be inclusive is so important.
Yes.
Even in the green zone, even in these 420 events, because we don't want people to seem like, oh my God, you know, and that's what I like about Oklahoma. You don't seem like, you know, I'm getting medicine, even though you are. It's so many ways to consume, right? And so I like that. Yes. And then your show, which tell us how they can view it.
Oh, so for right now, you can go to YouTube and check it out. We just pulled it from Roku. So we're gonna end up back on Roku. We're just trying to figure out what platform we want to be on.
Okay.
But yeah, so right now you go to the YouTube channel. It's Roach and Bud TV. You can go to Roach and Bud TV on YouTube. Subscribe to it. You can leave a comment. We really active on there. So if you want to talk to us, we're gonna talk back to you. So don't be scared to holler at us.
See, I love that. I love that you'll talk back to them, because there's so many creative people out there that's looking to create their own dream. Let's get into the business side of this, okay? Take a breath, because I'm going to ask the questions. You know, when you first start out in anything you do, I was reading the story of Diane Van Furstenberg, I think that's how you pronounce her name, and she created the wraparound dress for women. She had to actually borrow money from her ex-husband to even get started, and she had to sell her car. I know when Proud Mary came about, I thought I had enough money, but then I had to realize that I had to pull way back and make some things happen to make that happen. For your dream, what have you had to do to, and you don't have to get real personal, but let us know the clawback. What did you have to reach for to say, hey, I'm willing to sacrifice this to get here?
Man, honestly, that story is that's a crazy story. It got to the point where I had nothing. I felt like I had nothing at an early age. Because I went through something that, I'm sure I'm not the only one that went through it, but for a kid to have to go through that and fight through it and come out and survive, it meant a lot. So I took that strength and I implemented it into this. And so when it came to
Wait a moment. Still dropping it. You took that pain,
yes,
that experience,
yes,
and you turned it into strength.
yes.
Okay, let's go.
Yes.
Keep going. That pressure. Keep going.
And I like that. That is pressure for sure. But with that, I was working at an early age. I was hustling and grinding at an early age. Like when I was in school, I remember being in middle school all the way up to high school. I would have this Jaguar duffel bag that now I would use to cut hair in out of. But it was a Jaguar duffel bag, and I remember boiling Earl Campbell hot links and making and getting some bread, making hot link sandwiches.
Y'all may not know about Earl Campbell.
Going to the stove, right? Going to the stove, getting a bunch of chips and getting them Arizona tea. Them Arizona. That's when they was like $1.25 or something like that. It was like $1 or whatever. I go grab those, maybe less than that, and I fill up my bag every morning before I go to school. And I be in school in the middle of class when them kids be hungry, they want some hot chips, they just need a little snack, or some of them don't even have money to get food at the cafeteria. And if they my people, I hook them up, or they'll buy something from me. And so I started my little funding from there. And I was cutting hair on the side and just doing
Making
the whole
it happen.
yeah. So anything I could do to hustle, cause I get that from my T Jones, my mom. For those that don't know what a T Jones is. But
bring it real, bring it real.
Yeah. So cause my mom, she was an entrepreneur. That's where I got that real entrepreneur side from, right? And then, but my dad, he was real tough on that 9 to 5. Like he had 3, 4, 5 jobs, And so I kind of did the best of both worlds. I had the best of both worlds. I was working 9 to 5 to fund my gigs, what I needed to do, and my dreams, and I would have my side hustles to help, just keep compiling all that, and just till I work myself up to where I need to be.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Self-made.
Yes.
Now, as you start to grow, and I've seen where you have been a content creator, also almost like a brand ambassador. You've gotten all these gigs in. What's the plan? What's your plan? What do you want to see the world of Roach and Bud do? And what would make you feel successful in this? I mean, I'm not saying that you're not successful right now.
Right.
But I mean, there's levels to this shit.
Yes.
To even create it is a success.
Yes.
But as you start doing stuff and you realize, hey, I can get this done,
Yeah.
What do you want to see? Because we're going to claim it today.
Man, okay, so this was my vision. After I sat back and I just looked at the grand scheme of things, I was like, look, I want Roach and Bud to be the Simpsons of the cannabis world. I want it to be the Animaniacs of the cannabis world.
Okay, well, the Simpsons predict stuff.
I mean,
and I'm not saying you can't do it, but there's something about that particular show that has ran so many years.
Yes, and that's what I mean by the Simpsons. I want
love
some
that because
longevity.
Because The Simpsons is not only a show that runs, but The Simpsons is a show that people refer to.
Yes.
when
Absolutely.
events happen around the world.
Absolutely.
And so to say that that's a great vision. I love that. Go for everything.
Definitely.
Because we are living history right now in the cannabis space. We've seen so many states come on board with legalization, whether it's medical or whether it's adult use. Tell us a little bit about all the states that you've gone to.
Woo, okay.
What's your favorite?
Oh, my favorite. Ooh, my favorite. That's why you do me like this?
You can give me 3.
Oh.
You can give me 3 favorites.
Okay, all right. Well, okay, so
And why?
as of right now, I can tell you one of my tops is New Mexico. I say New Mexico. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I like New Mexico.
I really like New Mexico.
But tell me why you like it.
Well, for one, I like quiet places. I like places where I can just be in peace. You know, just go outside, look, chill. And the weather, to me, since when I go, the weather out there is always good. It's always shining. It be cold though. Now my toe, I didn't have my toes. You know. Woo,
Yeah, it is.
But
You get both, the mountain and the valley.
But and that's the cool part about it. Like you can look up, you see the mountains. Sometimes you see the snow in the mountains, but you're down in the valley kicking it, and the food out there is fire.
What do you think about the smoke?
Oh my God, the smoke. So I didn't really get the smoke out there.
Okay.
Yeah, because for those that don't know, I don't smoke at the moment. You know, I'm not smoking at the moment, so I didn't get a chance to partake out there. But my people did, and they enjoyed it. But I heard it was good. I heard it was good. I didn't get to try it, so.
Let me tell you what I like about New Mexico. As far as the business side of cannabis, they have a low entry. And they're not gatekeeping. I like the people there.
True, you're right about that.
And there's one spot in New Mexico where one leg can be in Texas and the other one can be in New Mexico. And it's one of those border towns. Route 66 goes through New Mexico.
Okay.
And so to be in Texas and to just drive over, you get your smokes.
Man.
So let me just say that. But yeah, I like New Mexico. I like the people. I like the environment, the atmosphere, all of that. Tell me the second one.
So Vegas was cool.
Ooh.
Vegas was cool, but I didn't really get to experience Vegas the way I wanted to, because I was out there just really on business. I was in and out, and I actually didn't even have pothead at the time, so I haven't really been back since.
Okay.
Yeah. So but Vegas is really nice, because I don't really sleep much, so
And Vegas don't sleep, baby. They don't sleep.
Yeah,
and both of these states are adult use, 18 and over. So okay.
Hey,
and some
know.
21, but it's adult use. Okay. Okay. And and I like Vegas too, but I'm kind of, you got to shut Vegas down. Vegas will not shut down. You have to shut it down. You got to close your windows. You got to shut it down because they for real.
And
what's
man,
the third one?
Oh, the third one, and it's so many spots that I haven't hit that I know it'll be real fire. But I think, because I haven't been yet, but I think Colorado will end up being.
Ooh, Rocky Mountain.
I think it would be, because I'm low key. I'm a little country.
Okay.
I'm a little country.
Little country.
I like quiet. I like to hear crickets.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Okay.
I like crickets in my thoughts.
Okay.
It made me feel good. Made me feel at home. So when I see the pine trees, them piney woods, them dirt roads, I feel like I'm all right. So
I get it. I have a hard time in Colorado because it's hard to breathe there. It's a little bit harder for me to breathe there, and I was born with asthma, so it's a little bit harder. Plus smoking, breathing, it's a lot. But I like their laws, and I like what they're able to do. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
I remember you said that you smoked, and when you woke up, you had drew a picture of a roach, and then it was smoking weed. In that particular character, what would you say that character wants to say to people? Because I watched the show. It's funny. It is funny, but going through the legalization, going through that process, how can that character make a difference? How can pothead make a difference? How can
Okay.
bud make a difference?
All right, now pothead, yeah, because Roach, that's tough one. That's a tough one. Roach, one of them.
He rough.
He a vigilante.
Okay.
Yeah. He one of them. He one of them anti-heroes, kind of like. he just roll. He do
Roach
his
is a
thing.
bad boy.
So, but for pothead though, man, pothead. If he could speak, well, he can't speak, but if he was to tell the world something, it would be just, hey man, this is a plant. Mm-hmm. You can grow it. I'm not manufacturing it. I'm not doing nothing else to it. Although you got people that can alter it, mm-hmm. but in its natural form, mm-hmm. in its original state, mm-hmm. it grows mm-hmm. from the ground.
From the ground.
You know, free of touch. You ain't got to mess with it. Mm-hmm. Why not let it be what it is?
Absolutely. Say that again for the people in the
you
back.
know, why not let it be what it is? You know, you can get these plant. I mean, you can get these pills. You can get their drink, and all this stuff that's manufactured in your warehouse and in the plants and stuff like that. But I can't smoke something that just grow in my backyard, mm-hmm. and I don't bother nobody. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing nothing to nobody. I ain't harming nobody. The most I'm gonna do is go to the refrigerator, sit on the couch. Mm-hmm. I got DoorDash now, so I can be responsible. Mm-hmm. Order something to eat. I ain't gotta drive. Mm-hmm. Like why mess with something that you really don't have to mess with? Mm-hmm. You know, and why not use it to help the folks that need help? You know, if it's gonna help you get your appetite back, mm-hmm. if it's gonna help you keep your food down, help you help you from being dizzy, mm-hmm. why not?
Why not? I like that. Why not? You know? I like that. You mentioned pothead. When I first saw pothead, I totally understood the character. But what did it take to want? Did you draw it out first for somebody to create? Did you help with actually building it? Tell me a little bit about that.
So as far as the character design and the creation of it, yes, I pretty much come up with all the characters because mm-hmm. I'm real hands on with it. Big shout out to my boy Jared, man. He really helped me out. Oh man, like I was coming up with all these characters, and I think Pothead was probably about maybe the fourth character.
Oh,
that
okay.
I came up with, that I actually thought about.
So Roach was first.
It was Roach and Bud first. Mm-hmm. Then I came up with Doobie. I came up with the twins. Mm-hmm. And then I think it was the twins. It was Mary and Jane. Mm-hmm. And then I believe it was either Nurse Sweetie or the doctor after that. I'm not sure. It was a couple of them because okay. I was just pumping them out back to back because I was trying to have a whole storyline with the community. Mm-hmm. And then I forgot who said it, but they was like, "Why you ain't got no black characters?"
Okay.
And it didn't hit me because mm-hmm. I was just like, you know, I was just writing from my perspective, and I'm just going and rolling. And I was like, you know what, you're right. I do need some black characters. Mm-hmm. And I might drop you a little nugget. I might drop you a little nugget that don't nobody really.
Where coming from?
Oh man, okay, all right.
Drop one.
So I come up with Pothead. I'm like, okay, cool. Let me get a cool dude, and I was like, I'm gonna have a character named Pothead because of course I was just naming the characters after anything that's affiliated with cannabis and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, let's do Pothead. Be a cool dude, little roster looking dude with some locks and maybe a pot on his head, mm-hmm. you know. And so we made him, and then we're going through. And I'm just like, what kind of personality do I want him to have? Mm-hmm. What kind of voice would I want him to have? And so the idea of the voice in my head was like Tommy Chong mixed with Barry White.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was like
Secret
that,
Gordon.
You know,
Barry White.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a fan of Barry White. Keep going.
Hey, listen, Barry. You know, I ain't got the voice like that, but you know, hey, whoo. That boy, they're cold. But yeah, so and I thought that would have been interesting because I wanted a different, you know, feel to it. And I know, like, you know, you get that heavy voice, people gravitate to it. And Tommy got this. He got this swag about him. He got this, just yeah, man, like that. Like he just real. I like that, And I've ever seen, even when I first seen Cheech and Chong, I was like, I like that voice. And so I kind of wanted that to play into it, and then I wanted to mix it up. I wanted to mess everybody head up, because with Roach and Bud, you gonna see a bunch of stuff. Like they small clips, but you gonna see stuff that you didn't even realize and recognize or see. And somebody else will come back like a few days, weeks, years later and be like, "Hey, did you see this?" You be like, "I ain't even catch that." But Pothead, this for you now. Pothead don't smoke.
Pothead doesn't smoke?
Pothead don't smoke.
Okay.
Pothead does not. You don't see Pothead smoking in the series. His demeanor, he pull it out. He the plug. He got all the connects and everything.
Plug.
Like, hey, Pothead the man.
Hallelujah.
He reach in that pocket of infiniteness and pull out whatever you need, whatever you don't know you need.
Pothead is the plug.
You never see Pothead smoke. You never see him smoke. But that was at the time, because like I said, when I created him, I had stopped smoking. So I was like, how dope would it be if I had a character that don't smoke, that everybody would assume smokes just because of his name? You judging that man, but you don't know that man.
Oh.
You think he a pothead because he look like a pothead, because he black, so you just assume he smoke. He look like that, so you assume he smoke. He sound like that, so you assume he smoke.
So you really are moving culturally into saying, hey, this is the stigmas that we deal with on a daily basis. But we're going to learn something different about this particular character. So it'll be in our face, removing all the stereotypes. And I love that.
That's how you do it. Because that's how I move. When I'm riding around and I go, because I done got pulled over plenty of times. And they just assume, oh, boy, you a drug dealer. Oh, boy, you smoke. I know you do. And I be like, nah, I'm good. I'm chilling. It's different. It's not what you think.
That was a big gem. I like that. Thank you for sharing that on the Clawback Conversation. Okay, I know there's got to be merch, because I'm looking at your hat. I'm looking at the jersey.
I had to show out today, because you out here, you know what I'm saying, boots rocking, hair popping, you know what I'm saying. So I had to come big step with you. So, but yeah, big shout out to my folks, man. Lions Paw Print, they took care of me with the
I like
with the
that.
jersey. It's the fresh jersey, fresh off the press. Ain't nobody got it yet. Straight out of Troy's closet, courtesy of Pothead, But yeah, so I rock the merch. If you want some merch, right now you can DM us, hit us on the DM, or you can go to the website, roachandbud.com. Do you still supposed to say www.roachandbud.com? A part of me still want. A part of me still.
If people don't realize it is that, hey, I don't tell them. So. We've been doing this a long time.
Yeah, man, because I say it and then I instantly feel old. They be like, www. Yeah, but yeah, you go to roachandbud.com and you'll be able to hit us up if you want some merch, whatever you see. And then we got a bunch of different affiliates that we rock with. You see the Nug, I be Nug jeweled up, rocking the Nug jewels and stuff. So you can go on there, put your discount code in, get you some Nug jewels, and get you a hat, get you a T-shirt. Man, we do a lot of one-on-ones too. So yeah, we do a lot of one-on-ones. So you might have something that don't nobody else have. You might have a full sweatsuit fit that ain't nobody got.
I like that.
So,
I like that.
Yeah.
So, Roach and Bud, you're political, you're cultural, you're educational.
Yes.
And then you got a little bit of swag for those that are living in this life, in this ecosystem, or working here. And so I think that's what's really important, because when you watch the show, and there's going to be some great excitement coming in 2026,
For sure.
I think however a person consumes education or consumes knowledge, your show has that. And I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's huge. That's
I
huge.
really appreciate that.
So tell us the obstacle. What's the obstacle or issue right now that you want to be able to maneuver and get around, or you're working on?
Man, just really making it easier for people to maneuver throughout this industry and just in general and in life. you know, because I wasn't really a huge political person, but I've started as I'm growing in this business and as I'm growing the brand, I see different things and I realize even if I don't know anything about it, we go down to Austin and we rally and we talk to these people, we talk to the senators and rub elbows and try to get our point across with these folks. And a lot of times I'm out there and I don't know the lingo. I don't really understand fully what's going on, but I know that I need to be there. So the best way for me to understand fully is to engulf myself in it. So I just threw myself out there, and I'm just like, they looking at me like, what's up? What you doing here? I'm like, hey, man, you see what I'm doing here. I'm here trying to support this plant, you know. And I might not look the part. Like, I'm not there.
But that's come one, come all.
Yes. This is how we look, though. This is how we look. You know, and some of them, because, you know, you get out there and you be ashamed of that. You be kind of ashamed of that cousin that you can't really take everywhere. But you still love that cousin, though.
Well, it's coming up Thanksgiving season, right?
Yeah, hey,
Thanksgiving is coming
real.
up. The cousins that sneak out right between the potato salad and the sweet potato pie, they gone. And you think, when I was little, I was like, where did they go? Where did Tony go? Yeah, I'm Tony. I called you out. You were gone. You the first person to leave. But then Tony would come back relaxed, and I believe he needed it, to be honest with you. He needed it to even have dinner with our family. Because dinner with the family sometimes is hard.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that, because I love the fact that your mother was so supportive. I love the fact that she went and got the drawing and said, hey, my child deserves to go to a different school. I'm willing to move him to a different school. Now that she sees, was she able to see it? I mean,
she's still here. Thank God. She's seen it, and till this day, she still be on my head about, you know, hey, you need to do this, straighten this up, straighten that up, cause.
Okay,
mama. She be on my head, man. I just be like, mama. And you know, I'm her only child, so that right there is like she had you in the chokehold. But my mom, man, shout out to her. She's always been like my biggest supporter. If it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't even be sitting in front of y'all right now. Because as nervous as I be to be in front of cameras, be in front of people, speaking, talking, or whatever, she gave me that little burst of energy as a child to stand up, and even if you're nervous, go for what you go for, whether it's one person, whether it's a million people in the room.
Tell me this, who was your first investor?
It was probably my mama.
There you go, mama's out there.
It was probably my mama, low key, and she don't even know it because I wasn't supposed to use the money for that.
Okay. But she gonna be happy anyway, because as a mother, we reach and we just believe in our children. We believe in them so much until we want to see them succeed. Yeah. And I just shout out to her because for everything and all the support that she has given you in this process. Tell me this. If a person is a critic and they're looking at your pothead, Roach and Bud, and they're asking you, hey, is this appropriate for the audience? Because we get those questions. Listen, when I got into cannabis, people realized I was in cannabis. I got 10 CPS cases back to back. People lying and stuff like that. Because cannabis is misunderstood. They called it the devil's lettuce, all of those different things. Yes. For the critics, give us something.
I really like the way you ask these questions.
Okay.
Number one, I got to make sure I jump in and answer, because the way my brain work, we're gonna travel down a rabbit hole. Because from that question, I got about 4-5 different. I got 4-5 different. But oh man, yes, it's absolutely appropriate. Absolutely, because when you are the person sitting in that seat and you watching your kid go through what they go through, and they look at my cartoon and they be like, you know, because they say it's not for kids or whatever like that, but we're still respectful. But you'll be amazed at how many kids look at Pothead and be like, oh, that's cool. And you'll be amazed at how many parents be like, hey, can you take a picture Can pothead take a picture with my kid and hold, or the pothead be holding babies? It's all kind of crazy stuff. And you'll see kids look at the T-shirt and be like, "Oh, that's cool, that's nice." But we're respectful though, because we understand that it's not that it's not for kids, but some of the things that we speak on and talk about, it's not there yet for y'all, you know, because it's still an adult cartoon, but we're very respectful along the lines and respecting kids and respecting people that have children, and it's a story that comes with it, you know. So it's not all about being raunchy. It's not all about being, you know, hey, I'm a pothead. Hey, we smoke all day long. This and that. It's about teaching these kids, hey, you don't have to smoke if you don't have to smoke. Or if you're gonna smoke, be safe. Because we all been there. We've all been teenagers. We've all been in that situation. Pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like we been there. And you not finna stop that.
Right.
You not finna stop
you
kids from underage drinking.
You cannot watch your kids 100% of the time. And so if that's the case, and we're stepping over into the gray zone, but if that's the case, I truly want my child to understand what cannabis is.
Yes, absolutely.
What the purpose of cannabis is.
Absolutely. And
then them make the decision, because you never know who is going to be influential in their life. I like that, because you have a balance.
Yes, definitely.
You have a balance.
Definitely.
There. So they're able to see it through your lens, and then they're able to see it through the corner.
Indubitably.
Oh, yes. So I think this is a great time to take a break.
Okay.
But we're going to come back with some really, really good, juicy stories. I can't wait. I mean, we've learned so much from the business side of animation to the culture side of animation. And I cannot wait to share what's coming in the future. Yes! Give me some.
Let's go. Boots popping.